Hi, my name's Suzanne Day, and I run a charity and a business for stopping domestic violence, and I'm also a healer. And today I've got a healing for Anne, who's in my genome healing group. So I stand in the power of my soul, and I see and act as the Creator does. I am the Creator. Harmonious developments for the world and all beings. I seal and protect this space with my life shield, which I'll activate now around me. And I'm protected from evil eyes, evil intent, low vibrational beings and energy. And I'm also going to use the numbers 8888 for divine protection. And I'll now place these numbers right around my auric field. And I will connect on a soul level first to ask permission to send this information to you. And if you do not wish to receive the information and healing, simply say no and then you'll not receive it. Okay, and this is from my Genome Healing course, my Lightworkers Reiki course, my own downloads from Source, and I've also used information from a few books, Change Almost Anything in 21 Days, You Can Create an Exceptional Life, the Kindness Pack, the Self-Esteem Workbook, and this information cannot be copied or sold without my permission, as it belongs to myself and course providers, and it's copyrighted. Okay, so first of all, from the Self-Esteem Workbook. The basic human worth. Unconditional human worth means that you are important and valuable as a person because your essential core self is unique and precious, of infinite, eternal, unchanging value and good. Unconditional human worth implies that you are as precious as any other person. And this is a Howard's Law on human worth. Unconditional human worth is beautifully described by 5 axioms, which I call Howard's Laws, based on the work of Claude A. Howard, 1992. Number 1, all have infinite internal, external, and unconditional worth as people. Number 2, all have equal worth as people. Worth is not comparative or competitive. Although you might be better at sports, academics, or business, and I might be better with social skills, we both have equal worth as human beings. Number 3, externals never add nor diminish your worth. Externals include things like money, looks, performance, and achievements. These only increase one's market or social worth. Worth as a person, however, is infinite and unchanging. And number 4, worth is stable and it's never in jeopardy, even if someone rejects you. And number 5, worth doesn't have to be earned or proved. It already exists. Just recognize, accept, and appreciate it. And so far, we have explored some very important ideas and skills related to the first building block of self-esteem, unconditional human worth. Because future ideas and skills will build on these pillars, it is important to pause and to review what we've learnt thus far. And the 3 important ideas we've learnt are that number 1, each person is of infinite, unchanging, and equal worth, which comes with their birth. Number 2, the core self is separate from externals. Externals can cover up the core or help it to shine, but the worth of the core is constant. And number 3, people express their worth in unique ways and patterns, but each person at the core is whole, possessing all necessary attributes in embryo. So the 4 learnt skills. Number 1, replace negative core attacking thoughts called distortions. Number 2, use even though, nevertheless skill, and that's when you say, even though I may have whatever the problem is, I still have worth. Number 3, regard your core worth. And number 4, create the habit of thinking core affirming thoughts. When you first wake up in the morning, open your eyes and say to yourself, "Good morning, I love you. Thank you for being here." Looking in your mirror and say to yourself, "Good morning, I love you. I really, really, really love you so much." And during your day, say to yourself, "This is a blessed, beautiful day I am having. All is well, and I have time to do the things I want to do today. Wonderful things are going to happen for me today." And now we're going to do the mindful walking exercise. Okay. So with each step, the earth heals us, and with each step, we heal the earth. Another technique that you can use to help you to get in the present time and to feel connected to your physical body is mindful walking. Start by finding a short pathway to walk back and forth, either indoors or out. Begin to walk quietly and take each step gently with each reverence, treating the earth as you would the grounds of a temple. As you're walking slowly, be aware of the movement of your feet and spread them out on the ground as you walk. The only guidance is to keep your focus on walking itself, and when you drift away towards other thoughts, practice gently bringing yourself back to your feet. And do this without chastising yourself, and bring your awareness back to your feet with tenderness and patience. And this exercise can be modified to accommodate any body, and you can practice mindfully drinking a glass of water, mindfully knitting, mindfully watering the garden. Simply focus your mind only on the task at hand and the physical locomotive effort required to complete it. When your mind wanders, gently bring it back as though you are corralling a sweet baby lamb into its pasture. Bring yourself back to the present with ease and without criticism. If the physical body could speak, it would say, "Now is the moment of power." Okay. Okay. Now we're going to connect with our subconscious, and we're going to ask it to release all past experiences that are needing to be let go of at this time. And we can see these in our mind's eye, all floating off from our fields, our cells, and they're going back to the Creator for transformation. And we can feel in our body and mind that we no longer need to hold on to these any longer. And we see in our mind's eye them all leave, and we send them off with love from our heart space, so they're no longer in our field. Now, I'm going to connect with your heart space after getting your permission, and I get your permission, so I proceed, and I see and feel that you might be frozen in fear in time. So I'm going to send in some heat and some safety to help warm you up, and also warm up your heart that's frozen at this time. And I can see that you've moved out of the corner. You're no longer in complete fear, and you're able to face the world again, a little bit at a time. And I thank you for taking this huge step forward. That's great to see. And I see your heart is broken. And it's needing some repair work to be done. So I'm going to use my hands. I'm going to do some Reiki with you. And I'm going to heal this for you. And I'm holding my hands over this area of your body to help with this situation. And I'm helping to raise your vibration back into love. And I'm also going to use some glue from God to heal your heart so it goes back together as one solid heart and it's no longer broken in pieces. And then we'll see it actually beating as a whole heart again. Okay. All right. So now we've put your whole heart, your hearts all together. So what we're going to do is we're going to put it in a sphere of living matter. And we're going to send it up to the transformer so all's balanced and it's in the love energy again with the perfect blueprint from the Creator God source. And I see that there's a wall protecting your heart. So I'm going to pull this wall down with my hands. And I'm sending in a cell from God. And I'm wrapping you in a blanket of love. And in the void, I'm going to leave some notes and some keys from God's energy. And I'm also going to send in a blast from a pillar of white light to shine again in your heart space and relight your heart. Okay, so now I can see that your heart is healing and your heart is whole again. And it beats as one beautiful big heart again. And it's also opening up with love energy for yourself. And it's sending that to all your body. And it's also, you're also sending love to all those around you. So I'm going to put a protective bubble around you so you feel safe and protected in every way. And I'm going to anchor this into Mother Earth for you so you feel grounded and safe and secure in your own body. Now, I'd like to ask your inner child if you'd like to receive some help to do some healing here. And your inner child says yes. So I'm seeing the hand of the Creator on your inner child. So this will help to mend your inner child and it will feel loved and healed again and just like new. Okay, so now we're going to connect with your guardian angels. And I'm calling them into your energy. So I'd like all your guardian angels to be around you. And they're in your field and they're surrounding you in loving energy. And there's also the archangels that are there as well. And your ancestors. They're all helping you. And I can see them wrapping you in their wings and they're singing to you to lift your spirits. And you're wrapped in love, which knits together with heavenly music that's coming straight from their hearts. And that plays around you now. And God's light is now shining down on you, healing you and calming you so you feel safe and loved. And we're going to fix this result for you so it will continually play out for you in your aura and in your field and in your life. So I fix these results now, this time and date, into infinity. And thank you. It's done. It's done. It's done. And so it is. And I see that you're starting to process some old emotions that have been stored in your heart and your cells. And that's really good. You need to keep doing this. And the more that you're able to do this, the better you'll feel so that you can start work on releasing and healing all of the old emotions that have been kept in your body. Okay, and I've found a few really great affirmations for you to use. Believe in your potential, and I fully expect my life to be happy and rewarding for me. I am safe today. I find safety with my friends and family. God is keeping me safe today, and I deserve to feel safe always. And I spend time with people who help me to feel safe in every way. And there's always a place where I can go and find safety and help. And God is guiding me with safety on my journey. I'm surrounded by wonderful friends and relationships in every way. And it's a delight to be with my friends. I feel loved and supported and heard by all. I always have so much fun with my friends and family, and I send love back to them. And I am my own best friend and my own support team. And I'm learning to support myself in new ways now. Okay, now here's a process for you that I found. So take 30 seconds to relax your shoulders and close your eyes and intake deeply through your nose as you count to 4. Hold your breath for 2 counts and then exhale slowly through your mouth for 4 counts. Now open your eyes and send a loving thought to someone that you know. And ask yourself what you need to feel love for yourself for this to be sent to you too. So find a way to give that to yourself, and you can do this exercise daily to help you do better and to also help others. And here's another question to ask yourself. What do you need to do to feel safe in your body? So do that action step. Okay, and what do you need to feel safe in your own world? And practice giving that to you. And use simplicity and focusing on small and simple, manageable steps instead of making things too complicated or hard. Just start with easy things to do. So we're practicing feeling our emotions, and we're able to hold these in our space now. And we're going to work on this process daily, that we find, all the processes that we find helpful. We're going to do them often. And we place a safety blanket around ourselves so we feel safe in our space and we're able to hold our own emotions. We are also letting go of what we no longer need, and we practice feeling and accepting our own feelings and emotions, and we're finding it easier to receive love and then to send it out into the world. And here's some more positive affirmations that I found. Great things are coming my way today, and I look forward to these moments that happen to me. I love myself. I am safe. Life loves me every day. I am healing and whole in my life. Today I treat myself as my own best friend with gentleness and love. I value myself today. My ego is fed in healthy ways always. I celebrate my strengths, my abilities, and my talents every day. Now we're going to use the transformer, and you know that process. So we stand in the power of our soul. We see and act as the Creator does. I am the Creator. Rescue and harmonious developments for the world and all humankind. I see the transformer in front of me. I now take the whole heart of Anne's heart in a clockwise spiral up to the edge of the visible universe screen. Here, all diseased information from your heart, including your first cell, along with every other cell of this organ, is now deleted. And we delete it. We see all of this distorted information vanish, and we say, thank you. It is done, it is done, it is done, and so it is. Now we're going to take the organ of Anne's heart upward into the cube of time. All energetic cords attached to this point in time where this dysfunction started are now cut. I say there is no past time connected to this now. Thank you. It is done, it is done, it is done, and so it is. Now, Anne's heart is now taken to the edge of the invisible universe, where all defective DNA information is erased from every cell and organ. All negative information from Anne's heart is now removed. Anne's heart is now bright, nameless, with no identity. It does not even know where it belongs in any body. We see this and we say thank you. It is done, it is done, it is done, and so it is. This organ, being Anne's heart, is now taken into the realm of perfection, of God's light, which is inside the sphere of living matter. Here, the organ gains its true blueprint of perfection according to the Creator's norm. We see this in our mind's eye, with all the new information filling every cell of this organ, being Anne's heart. We command that Anne's heart is all healed, for all to be returned back to the norm of creation with the perfect blueprint in place. All negative information from Anne's heart has now been removed and is being transformed back to perfection. We see the blueprint is in place and we say, "Thank you, it is done, it is done, it is done," and so it is. This is all completed now, so we're going to bring Anne's heart back down and we'll continue in a clockwise spiral. Now that Anne's heart has its blueprint of perfection according to the Creator's norm, including all positive emotions and all new DNA, so we take it down to the edge of the invisible universe screen. At this point, all new information is solidified further into the physical reality. We see this happening in our mind's eye, and we say, "Thank you, it is done, it is done, it is done," and so it is. Now we go to the cube of time as we've taken out the old time clock, so we must now set the new time for regeneration, which is just like a clock, and the date is now, and it's a new date, which is today's date, and we see this happening and we say, "Thank you, it is done, it is done, it is done," and so it is. As the time clock has been set, we now go to the edge of the visible universal screen, where all information is server-folified back into the realm of this universe. We see all of Anne's heart has all the information of perfection in place. All negative information has been transformed with the new DNA that's now in place. All cells in the organ of Anne's heart, including the first renegade cell, have been transformed back to the norm. We see this happening and we say, "Thank you, it is done, it is done, it is done," and so it is. Now we're going to place Anne's heart back into her physical body again from where it came. We state this is done in front of the backdrop of the Creator's soul, and as God as my witness. The Creator's soul is the light that exists everywhere throughout creation, and all healing is done with this light as the backdrop. We now command the pituitary gland to reconnect all cells with this new information, and we see this sent to every cell in Anne's body. Again we say, "Thank you, it is done, it is done, it is done," and so it is. Okay, so now we've got another process. So place your hand over your heart. Now we're going to reinforce the intention of compassion in your heart for yourself. So I want you to repeat this when you listen to the video. May I be safe. May I be peaceful. May I be kind to myself. May I accept myself as I am. Now thank yourself for being a good friend to yourself, for loving yourself as you deserve to be loved. And listen to your inner child and send this child what it needs: kindness, love, warmth, understanding, patience, deep caring and comfort, so that it feels heard, loved and supported as it should be. Okay, now I've got the trauma release process, and you know this process, so we're just going to do this one too. I see the initial point in time where all these traumas started, and it may be before birth, like it may be another lifetime, the lifetime before, maybe in the womb. So just whenever you see this, where these traumas started, and we see this point in our mind's eye now. We go back 1 hour before this point in time. We did not participate in these upcoming traumatic events. I went my bright path of the Creator. All other associated events and their participants went their bright paths of the Creator. Our traumatic paths did not cross. I did not participate in either the cause, the effect, the record, or the memory of any of this. I set this now with the light of my soul and the light of the Creator in front of the backdrop of the Creator's soul. And thank you. It is done, it is done, it is done. And so it is into infinity. And we see the matrix of all these traumas that were created. They're all collapsing like scaffold. They're falling to the ground as dust. And we see them all dismantled. They can go into the quarantine cube as dust, or they can go off to the light of the Creator, or even down into the earth. Okay, whatever you're comfortable doing. Now, I'm going to do an anger releasing visualization, and this is from the Love Yourself workbook, Louise Hay. Okay, which friends and family do you need to forgive? Take a moment to visualize them now. You can also use a photo if you have one. Now look at that person in the eye and say, I forgive you for not acting the way I wanted you to. And say, I set you free now. And you might need to do that process a few times to be able to really do it, but the more you do it, the better it'll be, and the more you'll release, so just keep that in mind. And I've got some more positive affirmations for you. My friends are loving and supportive of me now. I am safe in the world, and all life loves and supports me. I am open and receptive to all points of view. I respect others, and they respect me. My love and acceptance of others creates lasting friendship. It is safe for me to be open. My friends and I have total freedom to be ourselves. I trust my inner wisdom to guide me. It is safe to ask for what I want. I move beyond limitations and I express myself freely in every way. I give myself permission to be a friend to myself, also to others. Okay, and here's another process, and it's called praise and acknowledgement. Which friends do I need to acknowledge? Now take a moment to visualize this happening for you. Look the person in the eye and say, I thank you and I bless you with love for being there for me when I needed you. May your life be filled with joy. Okay, now I've got a Reiki process for you. And it's help with your central nervous system. Okay, so I'm going to stand in front of you now with my right hand just below your left knee, and I will place my left hand just below your right knee, and I'll place my right hand over your upper chest, and my fingers are facing towards your chin. And my left hand is directly over your back. And I continue with this for several minutes till I can feel the energy moving and till I feel that the area is clear. So I'll just leave my hands in these areas for a few minutes. Okay. All right, so now we're going to move on. Now for the emotional clearing, I'm going to stand at the left of you, and I'm working on your emotional issues and clearing them for you. And I'm going to place my hands on your solar plexus area, and I'm going to leave it there for this clearing to be worked on. Okay. Okay, so now I'm going to take the client, your right hand in my right hand, and I'm going to hold it, and I pull out all heavy sensations out to be released back to the light for transformation, or I can even send it down to the central fire for transformation. And I shake my hand to help release some of the energy. And I see the heaviness leave all my hand now, going down to the central, down into the earth. And I move my right hand to your left shoulder at the point where the clevix and the stereo, I'm not sure how you say that, CLEIDO mastoid is. That's in your neck where the V is. It's close to your neck area. And I continue to hold your left hand so it's palm to palm with my right hand. And I take out any low energy. And I move my hand back now to your right shoulder and to your neck area. And I'm standing to your right. And the heaviness that I'm feeling in my hands means that you're actually releasing all the negative energy and any unwanted energy that was held in your body. And I'm now going to visualize a golden bucket, and I place all the misguided energy into the bucket, and when the healing is finished, I'll ask the angels to take it up to the light for transformation. And I will ask the angels to fill the void with the cobalt blue light, or whatever colour they feel needs to be sent in to your body, and that's to go in the void. And this colour is needed, and I seal, the blue colour is needed, and I'm going to seal this energy with the colour now. And I'm running my hands over your aura, and I'm healing and protecting and sealing all your aura from your feet to your head. And I'm going to do this 3 times till your aura is completely sealed. There's no holes or tears in your aura. Okay, and I'm doing this with my hands, using very gentle pressure on all sides of your body. And now I'm holding my hands in your feet area for a few minutes. Okay, and I lift off all low energy from all the 7 levels of your aura. And now I ask you to stamp your feet several times into the ground, and this will help to ground you back into Mother Earth again. Okay, so we've finished that process. Now I'm going to send in the Reiki symbol to you. And today I'm using Ho Shei Zi Shou Hen, which is this one here. It's this one here. Okay. And it's considered to be the distant or absent healing symbol that's used in the healing of others who are not present in space or time. It's also frequently used to heal your past while supporting your present and your future aspirations. And it will help with manifesting your full potential. It will dissolve the energy blockages. It's transcending space and time. It's connecting universal life force energy for you, and it's healing all your chakras and your auras. And this symbol will give you the ability to channel, it gives me the ability to channel Reiki across space, distance, and becomes no object. And it means no past, no present, no future. Okay, so that's that. And I'm going to activate this energy from the Reiki symbol now. Okay. And now the numbers I'm going to use today are self-love 157914, and I place that in your heart and also in your auric field. Okay, the other one I'm going to use is free from fear and anxiety, and that's 1342775. So I place both these numbers, the 157914 self-love and the free from fear and anxiety 1342775. I place them. I'm also going to send in shock and trauma, which is 1895 132. That's 1895 132. So I place these numbers in your aura and in your heart space, and I send them with love to you. Okay? And I activate those numbers for you. So now I'll cut all the cords that we've shared in this healing, and I'll use my hands to cut the cords in this healing now. Also, any ancestral lineage that was attached on the timeline. And I can see everyone having all their roots grounded to Mother Earth from our feet chakras, which are open, and I bring the earth energy up through all roots. I fill your entire body to 1 meter above your head, and we are now all perfectly balanced in spirit, heaven, matter, and earth. All that is within and around me is now transformed back into the light stream that's shining down on us. And thank you. It is done, it is done, it is done, and so it is. So that's the end of your healing. So you can do that in little sections, or you can do the whole one whenever you feel you need it. And hopefully you get some help from that information and the healing that I've sent to you. So thank you for that. Okay, bye.